Alright, man. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This your boy King Emo. You are now about to listen to an original audio horror story called Planet Zodia. This is the early version of Planet Zodia from when I first wrote it. So real quick, before I get into this story, the only reason I never recorded this version of Planet Zodia because it was on one of my friends' YouTube channel who y'all heard on this channel. His name was Spearheart. And over the weekend, his channel got taken down for some reason. So the idea was he was gonna record, he was gonna do the first 3 to 4 chapters of Planet Zodia on his channel, and then on my channel, I was gonna do the rest of it, which is what I did. So if you heard book one, or if you haven't heard it, you can click on the playlist below. If you have nightmares, you have been warned. We're gonna get straight into it, and we going into nightmare mode with it. Like I said, this is the first version of Planet Zodia from the first time I wrote this story. On Zodia, 1871, before the Second War had started on Earth, there was a first war of how King Lionix was taken from Miss Lionix and lived on the cruxes planets for 4 years. After Lionix was born, there was a demon watching from the darkness. Miss Lionix and King Alex talked for about 3 hours that night. 14 years later, on Lionix's birthday, he gets attacked by the demon that has been hunted. Miss Lionix was blowing out the candles on his cake. A female demon breaks through the wall and tries to grab Lionix. She had tentacles around her body, an alien-shaped head. She tied him with her tentacles. Black smoke covered his body. Then she placed her hand on his head and possessed him by kissing him and giving him the kiss of death. She then bit his neck hard as she could, taking his alien blood as well. Once she was done, a group of lions had ambushed her. It was 8 lions attacking the female demon. Hang on. The battle of the firstborn. As the alien lions was getting ready to attack the female demon, the queen lion made her way to the battlefield. It get dark in the back of the hallway. Dark purple clouds covered the ceiling and the floor. Then purple lightning was forming within the cloud. After lightning was showing in the cloud, a female shadow figure appeared in the middle of the cloud. Then a smaller shadow figure appeared next to the female. The first female started talking to the demon. She speaks in a soft voice that echoes throughout the room. Queen Shadow, so you dare to step foot in my kingdom and kidnap my son? Then you crash his party and take his life? You just started a war. Who the hell are you, and why are you kidnapping my son? Alien Demon. Back on my planet, I am known what's called the asylence, demon goddess of the cruxes. I came for your son, cause he the firstborn of your kind, of the first tribe, of the first forest tribe. Your son is a real demonic being, and he belongs to us now. We take what we want. When danger arrives in the deep galaxies, damn. Queen Shadow, my son wasn't meant to be a demon. He was attacked by one when I was pregnant with him. You took my son from me. Now you brought a war to your kind. You brought a war to your kind. You want to take someone, take me at your own risk. Let the war begin. Damn, just told her the asylence. So if a war you want, you would get. Choose your fight style, I choose man. Queen Shadow. A magic card game. First one to run out of color has to leave zodia and never come back. The asylence. Fine. And if I win, I take your soul and turn your child over to the cruxes and take over this evil ass planet. Damn. Queen Shadow. And if I win, I turn your child or cruxes over to my planet and get my son back. The asylance. Fine then, let's fight. Make your first move, lion girl. Queen eye glows bright green. She made the entire room get dark as it could get. The smallest shadow figure whispered in her ear and tell her to make an army of 6 lions rise up to the battlefield. Then she tells her to say a creepy chant to make the goddess of Bloody Mary rise up in a white dress and have a bloody knife in her hand. The asylance looked at the setup. She makes a small demon rise up from the ground. The demon had 6 arms with a knife in each hand. Queen next turn. She waved her hand and 2 other demonic lions appears on the field and stand next to Bloody Mary. Then Queen make a graveyard rise up from the ground. 8 ghosts floats in the air, standing behind the lions. Damn. The asylum made 2 more demons rise at the ground. They shoot fire at 1 ghost. Then the first demon doll aimed her knife at Queen. Queen saw the shots of fire coming towards her way. She waved her staff to the side and make a tornado teleport to the other side of the field, attacking the first 2 demons, making them spin in the air. And 2 of Queen ghosts snatched both demons, ripping their heads off. Damn. The asylum then make her demon doll take her main knife and go straight for Queen, trying to cut her head off her neck. The asylum. Time to cut off your head. Off with it. Queen. I heard those lines before. You want to play that game? Let's see how you avoid this asylum. She then closed her eyes and says a creepy chant, and out of nowhere, she makes a tall black dragon appear in the fight. Oh shit. Then she whispers to the smallest shadow figure and it gets on top of the dragon. The dragon then shoots fire at the other demons on the other side of the field. As the dragon was attacking the other side, loud drums began banging in the air like thunder. Then the shadow on the dragon back whispered to one of the dolls on the other side. They start to freak out as she sent them a nightmare only the demon dolls can see. The asylum started sending bombs on Queen's side of the field, attacking one of her ghosts. One doll then go right at Queen's face, blowing up in front of her. As the bomb was attacking Queen, she turned into a shadow. Bloody Mary catches the bomb, then turns to the other side of the field and throws the bomb at one of the dolls. The asylum then sends her main doll to Queen Dragon and stabs her with a knife that turns into a sword and split the dragon body wide open. Damn. Then she sent thick black smoke right at Queen, the same smoke that took Lionix's soul. The smoke was trying to wrap around Queen's body. Once the dragon was dead, the black smoke also went to the smaller female shadow that was on the black dragon. All of a sudden, it gets dark as it could possibly get. Red smoke rises over the battlefield, and all you see is Bloody Mary, bright red eyes of death, 8 white ghost eyes, Queen bright green eyes of magic, and all of a sudden, Queen ghosts and dolls locked on the tank, and the dolls on the other side of the field. She called this move the eyes of death. Queen and Bloody Mary began sending off bombs, throwing fire at the other side of the field, making everything blow up one by one, leaving Asylence standing alone with her main dog. Asylence's main dog teleported to Queen, aiming 2 knives at her neck and at her chest. Queen main dog teleported to the other side of the field and whispered to the other dog. Queen dog, hey, wanna play a game? Asylence dog, I would love to play a game with you, but first, all of a sudden, Asylence grabbed Queen dog by the neck and bashed her head into the ground, then aiming her knife at her neck. Queen dog pushed the girl off her, and Queen drew a new card, whispering to her. She makes a white alien knight rise from the ground. The small shadow gets on the white knight horse. The Asylance started talking to Queen before she made her next move. Asylance, you putting up a good fight. I see the madness is within you, lying girl. Let's see how you deal with more of my demons. Queen, I'm not giving up this fight. Show me what you got. The Asylance then drew a new card made of black wild rabbit rise out the ground, holding 2 big knives, one knife in both hands. Then Asylance make a big black mouth rise out the ground, also holding 2 knives. She then made one more demon appear that had on the top hat, and he holds a sword in his hand. Queen then drew 2 cards. She smiles evilly and bring 2 new fighters to the field. The White Queen and the Red Queen and the shadow figure on the White Knight draw 2 cards and make a Red Knight appear. A white ghost rabbit and a white ghost rabbit. On the Asylence side of the field, the shadow rabbit started attacking the white ghost rabbit by stabbing him with his knife, slamming his body on the ground, aiming his knife at his neck. All of a sudden, it gets pitch black dark on Queen's side of the field. And all you see is white ghost eyes, dark purple eyes, and lightning coming from the cloud. Then Bloody Mary, bright red eyes. Bloody Mary went straight to the shadow with the hat on, throwing the knife at him. Then the 2 queens charged at the black mouth. The 2 queens slammed both the mouth and the shadow with the hat on the ground. Damn. The Asylance then go for the Red Queen, trying to cut off her head. Then the Black Rabbit rushed to the White Knight, stabbing the Knight in the back. Then the Black Mouse goes to the White Queen, snatched the White Ghost Rabbit, throwing him to the wall. Damn. Bloody Mary then make a demonic sword appear in her hand, and she rushed to the Black Rabbit and stabs him in the chest while shocking him with lightning. The Black Rabbit dies. Bloody Mary makes a horse appear, and she gets on it while floating in the air. The mouse then teleported to the small shadow figure that was with the White Knight and snatched him off his horse. Damn. Then the mouse snatched the shadow off her horse and was choking it to death. Damn. As the 2 queen dogs was killed, 2 of the ghosts that was high in the air rushed at the shadow with the hat on and aimed a sword at his neck and a knife at his chest and said a small creepy chant. Ghost 1, twinkle twinkle little bat, there's a sword pointed at your back. Twinkle little bat. Ghost 2, why is a raven like a sitting death? The Asylance, what the hell kind of question is that? Queen, wrong answer. As Asylance couldn't answer the question out of nowhere, A big, a big, a big black bird came rushing to the mouth and violently beat his head clean off his neck. Damn. As for silence couldn't answer the question. Out of nowhere, a big black bird came rushing to the mouth, violently beat his head clean off his neck. Damn. The queen hops on the bird back and stabs the shadow with the hat until he died. Damn! Bloody Mary take her sword and cuts off the assailant main dog neck. Damn! And all of Asylence cards was killed. Queen started talking to her. Queen, you are outnumbered here and have no more cards on the battlefield. Now leave this planet and return to your home and give me back my son. Asylence, I can't give you back your son here. His soul is in the darkest area of the cruxes planet. He's in a deep abyss. Only a few queens and goddess made it out alive. You want him back? Come to my world and see if the darkness is really within you. Lion girl. Queen, fine. I'll take your challenge. And when I come from the darkness, your heart and soul will be mine. Kingdom Hearts type shit. The battle was over. The female demon that was fighting Queen teleported to her own dark world. The story of how the firstborn wasn't over yet. Alright, man. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is boy King Emo. You are now about to listen to an original audio horror story of Planet Zodia. The first version, first 3 to 4 chapters of Planet Zodia from where I first started it. The only reason I never recorded this part of the story is because one of my friends had recorded 2 chapters on his channel and he was going to do the rest of it. But with his channel getting taken down, he told me to go back and post it on this channel. So if you have nightmares, you have been born. We're going into nightmare mode with it. We're going to get straight into it. Queen Pass 1671. Original Zodia. Narration 1. The planet was dark. Too dark. They was getting attacked by an alien race known as the Crux. The evil aliens was blowing up the planet, setting everything on fire. Buildings were crushed to the ground. People's heads was being ripped off and crushed into the evil race found the hidden castle. They bust through the wall, knocking everything down. A tribe of alien lions started running for their life. But 2 did not run, and one was the queen of the castle. And the other was protected by a demon named Mary. And I was there to protect both of them. It was 3 against 3, so the fight had begun with this other race, the Crux. Oh shit, here we go. The Crux guard. The first guard run up to a female lion. She had on a white and gold armor outfit with a sword on her side. She was about 6 to 7 feet tall and had muscles all over her body. Her skin was white as snow and her hair was all over her face. The guard was running toward her and tried to stab her with a knife, but she dodged it and takes the knife out of the guard hand. Then rips the guard arm off. The guard used his other arm, punching Queen in the side and in the face. She rips off his other arm. Then the guard kicked her in the stomach. Out of nowhere, the guard was hit with the green laser beam. The guard died within 5 seconds. Damn! Another spotlight shined in the middle of the floor. A male shadow figure rise from the ground and started playing the drums. The crux guard too. The next guard runs up on the demon Mary and throws her sword at her. She catches the sword with her hand and grips the sword tight. Then the guard started punching and kicking her in the stomach, arms, and legs. He then yanks Mary by her hair, drags her across the floor. Damn! Throwing her to the other side of the room. She gets up, teleported to the guard, grabbing him by the head, and takes his own sword and stabbing him with it. Damn! She takes the sword off his, uh, she takes the sword out of his stomach, then rips his head off. Damn, man. The drums keep playing, and this time, another female arrives from the ground and started playing the guitar. The Crux Guard 3, the final fight. The last guard came running towards Kori, but she flies in the air, shooting laser beams at him. The guard starts swinging his sword at Kori, trying to stab her, but she yanks the sword out of his hand and shoots him with green lasers from her eyes, burning the guard head off his body. God damn. All three guards was dead, but the fight was not over. This time, something big came from the floor. It was no one other than the dictator war machine herself, the asylence. Oh shit, here we go. Narration 2, Act 5. The second war in the underworld, the battle of the daughter of Zodia. It gets darker in the room, and purple clouds cover the ceiling. And Queen grew 7 feet tall. Then lightning shoots from the cloud. Queen makes her stealth appear, and she growls and roars loudly. Thunder was heard throughout the room. Two more females appear next to the queen. As a shadow, Mary's eyes turn red. She grew the same size as Queen, and red clouds cover her body as she turns into Bloody Mary, holding the big knife. Kori was already 7 feet tall. Her eyes glow green. Her body gets covered in fire. After everyone on the battlefield stared at each other, Kori started talking to the other female aliens across the room. Kori, why are you attacking us? We have done nothing to you. The silence. I am from a planet known as the Cruxes. I am here for your leader. This race is known to be the powerful planet in the deep space. Our race is here to take out any race that's stronger than us. Kori, just because we are stronger don't mean you have to destroy our home. The silence. This war between us will come to an end as soon as your leader is dead. Mary, if you want to kill my sister, you have to go through me. Kori, and me as well. The silence. Fine. I would just have to kill all three of you. My clan has already wiped out half of this planet. Now it's time to finish the job. What she said. This time, more spotlight shines on the floor, and three females rise from the floor and started playing the horns. The horns of death can be heard halfway across the planet. The fight of Silence Crux leader versus the Zodia. The Silence looked at Mary and runs at her and make her staff appear in her hand. Silence jumped in the air, making a rock appear, and she floats on it, then throws two big rocks at Mary. Mary get hit, falling to the ground. Silence then used her magic, threw her across the room like one of the guards did in the first fight. She teleported to Mary, trying to stab her in the chest, when suddenly Silence gets slapped in the face by an unknown force out of nowhere, while Bloody Mary threw her across the other side of the room. She screams the money in Silence's face, picking her up, punching her in the face. Mary appeared out of nowhere, making her float in the air again. This time, Asylence used her magic to slam Mary to the ground. All of a sudden, a shadow figure came into the fight. The shadow figure grabbed Asylence by her hair and her knee and knees her in the face. Another shadow figure punches her Asylence in the stomach. Then the first shadow figure kicks her in the back. As the two shadow figures were jumping to Asylence, oh shit, it was a street fight. Asylence was getting beat to death by these shadows when she suddenly reached for her staff. She used her magic to stab one in the heart and one in the chest, killing both of the shadow figures. She was getting mad. She made her own shadow figure appear, the Asylence doll. Asylence doll. So we meet again on the battlefield, but you have no doll. Queen, wrong. I always have dolls with me. Even if you don't see them, they are here. The fight with the Asylence doll and the Queen doll in the past. Narration 3, Act 6. The second doll fight. The horns continues to play the song of death. The drums now play a war song. Then the violins play along with the horns, and the guitar came in last. Queen doll makes a smaller shadow appear and is teleported to the Asylence doll, grabbing her by the head, bashing her head into the ground, and does it a couple more times. Damn. Then she stomps her face in the ground, dragging the doll, throwing her to the wall. Queen then using her magic, making the bigger Asylence slam violently against the wall. Mary then teleported to the Asylence doll as a wolf and jumps on the Asylence doll. Mary Wolf grabs and cuts the Asylence doll on the side of her face, making it bleed. Then Mary Wolf takes her other paw and cuts the other side of the doll's face. Oh shit. Kori then appeared out of nowhere, coming back to the fight. The Asylence got up slowly and screamed, angry. Asylence, why don't you give up already? Kori, I won't stop until you give up first. Queen, yeah, when Kori said, Mary, leave this planet while you still have your life or join us and come to the darkness. Asylence, why would I become one of you, Mary? If you became one of us, you could live a better life. We are not you. You don't have to be the enemy here. Queen, Mary is right. We have been fighting too long to keep doing this. Let's call it Asylence. Fine, I guess you're right, but back on my planet, they might get rid of me if I don't come back with proof that your kind is dead. Mary, if I make a deal with you, promise us we won't have this war again. Asylence, what's the deal? Mary, let me help you. I can put visuals in people's head to make them see things that aren't there. We can trick your kind and make them think we are all dead. If they believe it, we end this war with you and the crew. Queen, she right. I can also do the same. We just have to take some time to put it together. Kori, that is true. I've seen Mary do it before. So what you say? Asylence. Okay, fine. We'll do it. After this time, we all live in peace. As Kori got done telling the story, they all was a bit shocked towards the end of how they lived in peace after the Second War was over. And that's the end of Planet Zodia.